Well, first of all, it's an absolute pleasure. I'm very pleased that you're with me right now. This is shaking like that. I'm gonna have to set this right here. It doesn't look as good, but well, that's all right, I guess. First of all, absolute pleasure. Secondly, we saw that the Nuggets are 21 now to win the finals. Great performance last night. Great performance. If they win it, they'll get about $600. I'm thinking about putting more money in or not. I haven't really decided yet. But I saw something in the news that was interesting as well. This was in Iowa, a local Iowa lawmaker, and this was an article on NPR, on the NPR site. Blasting Trump's unacceptable behavior. Iowa lawmaker leaves GOP after 40 years. See, what that says to me is that he feels that right-wingers feel a little too comfortable in the Democratic Party. I could be a Democrat, and I could just be as much of a jerk as a Democrat. And that's the problem, is the Democratic Party has been completely taken over by right-wingers. And he shouldn't feel like that's a good place for him to go. I don't know if you're a basketball fan. Damian Lillard last night drilled a tray almost half court to win. The game was tied. And then he waved bye-bye to the Oklahoma City, and it looked like he was almost to Westbrook, Russell Westbrook. I can't think of anything more insulting than that. I mean, can you you've already lost. Bye-bye. It's over. You're going home. Oh man, that would have just been on. If I'm just trying to put myself in the Thunder's shoes. You lose, your season's over. You're still rich. That's a positive. Maybe they don't want to play it. No, Russell Westbrook is definitely a competitor. That had to be eating away at him. I do want to see what his response is to that. Tonight, Houston up 3-1. They're at home, trying to close out Utah. Golden State up 3-1, trying to close out the Clippers. I already told you the Nuggets are 20-1. I should have been putting money on the Nuggets from the very beginning of the season. I was thinking about it. I didn't have the money. Utah is down to 200-1. Clippers still 750-1. Golden State still the favorite at 1-2. I went to a Warriors game. I went to a Warriors game at Oracle. Is it Oracle in Oakland, and it's that's excitement, because half the excitement is getting to your car without getting mugged. It's no, that's what it's all about. When you go to a rock concert, do you want it to be like? Do you want to see like somebody like me there with a jacket, short hair, all conservative? No, you want to see a real long hair guy going crazy, smoking weed. That's the kind of atmosphere you want, and you want a little bit of that in sports, I think. But and that's what Oakland has, and they're trying to get away from that. It's really kind of the end of an era. The Raiders aren't going to be playing there. I don't know if there are any cities in any Detroit, maybe. Detroit, because they're trying to bring back Detroit. Detroit's arena is now downtown Detroit. So they're going the other way, but because they're trying to transform their downtown. But that's kind of different, because Detroit is the city in between San Francisco and Oakland. San Francisco is the downtown, and Oakland's more like a suburb. Even though Oakland does have its own downtown, but it's they're trying to make everything safe, everything sanitized, as it were, and it's sad to see that, because that was great. We were up in the rafters, and it's like a preseason game against the Clippers. It was the year that they won it. It was right before the regular season, and they it's just the fans are into it. Whereas I don't know how it is now, but I've gone to a couple games at the Pepsi Center. One, I think it was right after Carl got fired, and it was just, and my wife took me, and I was rooting, pretty hard, and people were like, they were like kids doing homework. That's why. And people were getting upset. And then I saw last season, preseason game against Oklahoma City. It was for my birthday. And I was yelling at Carmelo Anthony. I was like, drinking, yelling at, and my wife's, you don't do that. People around me were like, oh, no. They're so offended. Why am I here if I can't get drunk and yell obscenities at Carmelo Anthony? It's a much better experience watching it on TV. You have Kevin Harlan, you have Marv Alberts, B.A. Brian Anderson. You have great announcers. You have replay. You have game summaries. You have different camera angles. It's much easier to follow the action on television. The only reason to go to the game is to yell at them. Why would I go to the game unless I wanted to and just sit there and behave myself? I'm paying money. I'm just going to sit there and behave myself? No. But I hope Utah can keep this series going. I like Utah. So what? They win tonight. 3. Where is it? I think it's at Houston. It's at Houston. So they got to steal this one against Houston. Then go back to Utah for game 6. I wonder if do they still play at the Delta Center? I know it's not called the Delta Center, but I'm wondering if they still play at that. I'll have to look that up. And of course, the program has been brought to you by Dr. Pepper, our friends at the Dr. Pepper Bottlers. What's in your stomach? I'm gonna get to the point where they're gonna have to pay me to stop drinking this, to stop advertising for them. Because, well, actually, no one even notices. I have 154 subscribers. It was 155. We lost one recently, and I'm nowhere near the 1,000 to have this program monetized. It was monetized at one point, and then they made it harder. They keep making it harder. They're turning YouTube into some established thing. They're I guess luckily I can do this program, but the algorithms, I can't. Nobody's going to click on this. Nobody's going to watch this. This is just pathetic. Charlie, you okay? Getting some sleep. All right, that's it for today. Of course, thank you so much. Talk to you soon.